in a different time the importance of giving and giving back. And I'm grateful for that.
Phylicia Rashad has been giving back to her community almost as long as she's been creating dynamic roles that represent her community. The Howard University grad, along with her sister Debbie Allen, has helped make dreams come true for several marquee names in Hollywood. Oscar-nominated actor Taraji P. Henson and the dearly departed Chadwick Boseman are among those performers. And as for her own career, well, it's been on quite an uptick. These last few years, we've seen the Cosby Show alum star alongside Michael B. Jordan in the Creed film franchise. She also co-stars on OWN's gritty and dramatic David Makes Man. She now has a horror film out, and soon she'll voice a role in Pixar's animated Soul, and she co-stars in Netflix's holiday film Jingle Jangle. We chat. So much of your career has been about giving back, most importantly to your alma mater, Howard University. Why was that so instrumental for you so early in your career, to you and to your family?
My father taught us this. Oh, actually, both my parents. My father was a graduate of the 1945 class from the School of Dentistry at Howard University. And in my growing up, I would observe my father send a contribution back to Howard University every single year.
Yeah.
And he did that with gratitude because he went to school there during a time when our country was at war. So to be able to come to Howard University, to be able to study, to earn a degree and go on for residency in major hospitals and clinics, that meant a lot to people because they worked hard for that.
Yeah.
And they didn't have a lot to take for granted, but they also didn't have the multitude of distractions that young people have today. It's a different time. And so I learned in a different time the importance of giving and giving back. And I'm grateful for that.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that. And you also, in addition to giving back, have gifted us with so many really fantastic roles over the course of your career. But I want to focus on these last few years because you've given us a lot. And 2020 really is the year of you. You've given us, sports films with the Creed franchise, this dramatic coming-of-age TV series with David Makes Man. You've given us now a horror film with Black Box, and then soon there's a voiceover with Soul, and then there's a holiday film with Jingle Jangle. Variety is clearly important to you, but is there a genre that you feel far more comfortable spending time in? Why or why not?
Well, I would say yes and no. I love the theater because it's the original discipline in which I'm trained. I absolutely love theater. Theater has informed my work in television. Theater has informed my work in film in terms of preparation, and the levels to which I must travel to explore the inner life of a human being to portray a character fully. So theater is like it's like the floor. It's the foundation on which the building is built. I enjoy all of it. I enjoy working with animated film. I enjoy working in television series. And more you notice how television series take on the quality of film and filmmaking. You see it specifically in David Makes Man. I mean, that Terrell Alvin McCraney, he wrote all that stuff right into the script, darling. So there's no way you're going to miss this. And I thought that was remarkable. I love that. I love that. With Black Box, this is Emmanuel Osei Kufur's premiere, his debut, with his first full-length feature. And it was shot in 19 days. there's nothing now.
Wow,
So
I didn't know that. Okay.
in 19 days, and the cast
Mm.
is phenomenal.
And this is, to my recollection, your first toe dip into the horror genre, right? Why was this the right horror film that made you want to say yes to it?
Well, I didn't think of it as a horror film. When I read it, I was reading a story, and the script was so well constructed, I could follow it. And then when it started twisting and turning, I got all excited and said, "Oh yeah, I want to do that." Oh yeah, I want to do that.
What types of roles are you looking for at this point in your career? Because you have been staying booked and quite busy these last few years, but certainly you're closing out this year with so many really big projects. What is it that you are telling your team to make sure that comes by your way?
Oh, the team knows me well.
Yeah.
they know. They know. And they're a very responsive team,
Mm-hmm.
But I would say that so much of what comes my way is truly from producers and directors themselves.
Mm-hmm.
That they consider me and they'll send a script and say, "We want to offer this to Phylicia." And I really appreciate that. I appreciate the opportunity to work with directors I haven't worked with before, and young directors, like working with Ryan Coogler and Stephen Capel. I mean,
yeah.
And now Manuel, these young directors are like on fire, child. They're wonderful.
Well, I mean, obviously, you and your work was so foundational, I think, to a lot of people coming up in this generation of filmmaking, that they naturally want to reach out to you and work with you. What does that mean to you to know that your influence still holds so steady and true?
That's a gift. And I accept it humbly. I really do.
Yeah.
Because I choose any number of people. And it's an honor. I am honored. And I'm grateful to have participated in work that's had meaning for people. Because as an actor, you can do any number of things that don't mean anything to anybody, really.
Yeah.
So I consider it a blessing.
Is there something that you haven't done yet, or a type of role or type of film that you'd love to do? If so, which and why?
I would say undoubtedly there is. And I would also say, honestly, I don't know what it is, because I couldn't foresee A Fall from Grace. I couldn't foresee Black Box. I couldn't foresee This Is Us. I couldn't foresee David Makes Men. I couldn't foresee these roles. And when they're presented to me, it's like opening a gift box.
Yeah.
And there's a jewel inside. And I don't think it gets better than that. And I'm constantly surprised and amazed at what comes my way.
Yeah. Well, there's lots more coming your way. I mean, 2020 certainly is going to end, I think, on a high note with regards to the work that you're doing, but you're already working on projects for 2021. I don't know if it's been solidified, but is there a Creed 3? If you can talk about that, is that coming? Is that happening?
I don't know.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see. There may be more
I don't know. There's some theater projects I look forward to directing. Blue at the Apollo Theater, and Pearl Clegg's Blues for an Alabama Sky at the Mark Taper in Los Angeles. I look forward to that when theater comes back. There's a whole world in creativity that I want to explore. I always want to know, how much more creative can I be?
Coming up next, Vivica A. Fox.